Reality, everyone. I don't know why you're here, but I am glad you are because tonight we are here to wrap up the Big Brother 25 season. Oh my goodness. We just had a 2-hour finale full of probably way too many things that I am not going to remember in my soul brain alone because it was 2 hours of chaos, 2 hours of ridiculousness. But it was 2 hours that ended in a Big Brother winner where we saw Jag Baines become the first Seek, not only the first Seek House guest in Big Brother history, but the first Seek winner of Big Brother by winning against Matt Klotz in a final two of a 5-2 jury vote, with Cameron coming out as America's favorite player, and a lot of other points to talk about. Jury, pre-jury, reindeer games, weird Brittany, Frankie, Danielle videos to book into the season. Just so much to go over in this. And don't even get me started about rock, paper, scissors yet. But I'm not alone on this venture, everybody. Not only are we live here tonight to go over the finale, the chat is open. Feel free to let loose your thoughts on the season, on the finale, on the winner, everything which way have you. We're going to get into all of it. But I'm also not alone in this venture, just in this call alone. My name is Barrett, by the way, if you're here for the first time. This is a bad time to join for the first time, but I'm glad you're here nonetheless. But I am here with the Nick City, the Zack Perez, and the Reality Kaci. All of these lined up for me right here. And I'm ready to hear all of y'all's thoughts on this Big Brother 25 finale. But I figured a great way to get things started would be to get a recap of the finale itself. And there's no person better to recap or, set the stage for Big Brother than the Zack Perez. So, Zack, will you please recap the finale for us in style?
Previously on Big Brother, Jag was evicted in week 4, 10-0, and was saved by a dumbass twist. Fast forward every other week, Matt and Jag were winning comps left and right, and no one decided to take them out. And now we come down to the final 3, which is a lawyer, a swimmer, and I don't know what Jag's profession is, but I hope he's not the winner. Spoiler alert, he is! Throughout this episode, we see competitions. Rock, paper, scissors. What the fuck? It's an all-out brawl that no one asked for. A final 3 that no one wanted to see. And it's all coming to an end tonight. I know you're not excited like I am. But here we are on the season 25 finale of Big Brother.
Oh my good God.
Wow.
Oh. All right. I had no idea what Zack was going to say, for anyone wondering. I literally just caught this on him like 2 minutes ago and asked if he would do it. Downloaded
Somebody clip it.
So, yeah, clip it. Send it to everyone you love. I don't know. But Zack, well said. I can't wait to get your non-musical backtrack thoughts later on after I come to Nick and Kaci while you get a breather after that. Pat yourself on the back. That was beautiful. Nick, recover from what Zack just did and tell me your thoughts on the finale as well. I will not play the song.
So first of all, Jag is a truck company owner. I would just like to let Jag. Yes, there we go. But
so we didn't.
This season, I don't know. The season, did any of them deserve the money? But anyways, as a whole, meh. It's so weird because it's one of those things where it started out, in my opinion, very good. Like I was very into it. And then it got to that point where it was like, oh, this is exactly what's going to happen. And I'm pretty sure on this podcast, we must have said 100 times that Matt and Jag were going to be the final 2. And what happened? Matt and Jag were the final 2. So there's that. And I honestly, there's like some people within the cast that I liked, but overall, I think the cast is just like meh. Like, I don't know. This season to me is just like meh, I guess, if I had
All
to
right.
pick one word.
Yeah.
But yeah, and like to me, it's also the finale is like a big thing. Like whoever wins the season is like like I liked this person and they won type of thing. I was not rooting for Jag at all at any point in the season, and he won. So yeah.
Yeah. I meh and yeah are two accurate ways to I think it in watching this season. Obviously this is always a fresh take. I think if you have joined us for any of our finale episodes, it usually is a very hot take at the beginning where after you wait a couple of years, I think your opinions always change on the seasons. And some people completely flip their thoughts on certain seasons. Zach completely disagrees. Who would have thought? But Kaci, I also want to know your first takes after this wonderful finale.
Wow. I think during the finale, I was like, Matt is dropping the ball on these questions. He's being so indirect. If you would have told me yesterday Jag wins against Matt in a 5-2 vote, I would have said, no, you have it wrong. Like, I definitely think that Matt played the better game, but he didn't even try to sell it. I don't know, like, and it's funny because at the very end we saw a little clip after Jag picked Matt, and Jag was like, Matt, you're gonna win this game. And then Matt was like, went into that thinking he was gonna win it and like didn't even try. And I don't know if it was an intentional move by Jag, but I definitely feel like that could be some mind fuckery and potentially strategic. And that is very scary to me because that's really Jag has turned into a really good player, I think, at the end of this to some extent. So I'm happy for him. He started out strong. He got fucked by Sari, but evicted. Now he's back, and I'm okay with him winning. It's fine. At this point. It's over.
Yeah.
It's over. Great.
When it comes to this final two, I'll just say first off, my take of Jag winning was I don't think he's the right pick as the winner. But at the same time, here's the thing though. I don't think Matt or Jag were a great choice to have in the end, regardless. After just skating through this season, I think Matt played the better game. I think he handled his social situations much better than Jag did the entire time. Won far less competitions. Do I think Jag was the ringleader? Do I think he was the strategic mastermind that he said all in his final speech was so over the top and unnecessary, in my opinion, and could have very well lost him a couple of votes if he had gone on probably 20 more seconds. I don't think he came close to even playing a better game than Matt. Am I okay with him winning at the same time? Yeah, because Matt and Jag have been kind of unwatchable for the past month of this game. And maybe and then some for a couple of things that Matt has definitely said in that house. So coming to it, not a good decision for either one. At first I was like, why Jag? And then I thought about every time Matt has brought up Corey in America and Riley in this whole situation, just like, okay, yeah, he can lose. I guess he can lose. But either way, not a good winner either way, in my opinion. I think we'd be sitting here complaining, but at the same time, I think Jag winning, having all those speeches, and who knows, maybe having that last second where he goes to Matt and says, you won, man. If that was part of his, line of what we've seen the past few weeks, which is just unnecessary, like, I don't know, mind fuckery, like you said. If that was part of it, that was actually a good one. I think that was his best move of the season, maybe, if that was actually a genuine thing. But here's the thing. I don't think it was. I think he really thought that Matt was about to win because that's what he was being told by Bowie in the past few days. It's what he's being told by Felicia. It's what he's being told by all of these other people. So I genuinely think he thought that Matt had won the game. And maybe anticipated Matt would have a better end of game, jury questioning and actually want to explain what his game was. And it wasn't even what happened, not even what came close to happening. Matt completely flops in the jury questioning, which we'll definitely dive into, but we have so many other things to get into before there. Are you good if we move through this episode kind of chronologically? Because there's not a ton that I want to dive into. As far as like Felicia's eviction, obviously we had a moment of, glimmer of hope where we thought maybe, just maybe, we'll get rid of Matt here. Not going to happen. Only solidifying our thoughts that it was going to be this final two, which it very much was. So I'm kind of going to gloss over that if that's okay with everyone. I know Felicia leaving is big sad, but we all kind of expected it. So I hope no one's too disappointed by that. I do want to catch up on this chat though. Zach, you look like you want to say something, so I don't want to leave you high and dry.
I mean, I didn't want any one of these people to win. The last person to leave that I wanted to win was Felicia. And she wasn't my front runner. Obviously, Suri was. And Matt, wow. I thought Memphis's speech was bad. No, Memphis didn't say much because he didn't do much. Matt did a lot, but he just said it all wrong. I don't know why. Like, if you're backstabbing people, if you're lying to people, there's no other week. There's no other week where you can make a big move. Be honest. Be upfront. That's what someone like Suri wants. I mean, she still voted for him, but be upfront. Be honest. Be blunt. That's what you need to be. Yes, this is a perfect encapsulation of BB21. Jackson is Jack. Holly is Matt. Holly and Matt should have won the game. They were the better strategic players. They were the backbone. Matt and Holly were the backbone of their significant.
I see what he's cooking. You're kind of cooking.
I don't. I need the recipe card because I'm a little lost.
I don't even want to argue with you because you're going to make me defend Jackson Mickey, so I don't even know what.
Listen.
That's why I cut it.
Matt and Holly had the social game on lockdown for their significant other person. If it wasn't for them, they would have been out a long time ago.
There's some truth to that.
If it wasn't for them orchestrating and doing the moves that they needed to make and making the deals that they needed to make with people.
I don't know. Jackson's final five move is probably the best move of that season. So I don't know how you could say that Holly was the backbone when he kind of single-handedly came up with a lie that saved both of them in the late of the game. I mean, Holly, you could argue set up kind of the back. You could say she was the backbone, but to say that Jackson Mickey did not make a strategic move that season is incorrect. Where I could say Jack not making a strategic move might actually be correct.
But the season's over. I can't sleep well. It is what it is. And to top it all off, I hate the casuals so much. How dare you vote for this man?
I forgot about that already.
How much
why?
50K? 50K for what? Move out of
is
your
it
parents'
50?
House, bro.
It's
I
50.
think so. Oh, is it 50 or 70? Yeah, it's 50. And he was evicted. Pre-jury. Which, like, anyone can get AFP. I don't know if we've ever had a pre-juror get AFP.
We definitely had pre-jurors sneak into the top 3, I think. I'm trying to
who got AFP
Jason in 17, I remember.
Yeah, he got into the mix.
Okay.
Cody technically.
Cody technically got evicted and then was the first juror. Oh, that's interesting. Evicted and then was the first juror and then AFP.
And so yeah.
Oh.
Who would have thought?
And they're both very problematic. But the casuals love them for some reason because they're a white man.
Ew.
Let me catch up on the chat here.
Let us clocking that. Okay.
And then we'll transition into this episode. Shy Boy said before we even went live, awful, extremely boring. It felt like a fever dream, LOL. And to end with Creepy Cam winning AFP, Suri was robbed. All right. Brett, so glad you're here. Our resident pharmacist saying, thank God that is over. First player ever evicted to win. Yeah, that's another thing. Brett, thank you for loving the stash. I appreciate it. I didn't want to just do this to pop that up, but thank you for saying that.
Trying to match his
All
brother.
three of you have a stash.
Julie the Human said, I'm not going to watch the finale, so I'm going to fully take your words for it. Good luck. You may have made a great decision. I don't know. There's some parts for the finale you should definitely go watch, though.
Some parts, like one, and like that's it.
Yeah.
That's the big secret of the biggest secret of the summer.
It is. I mean, I didn't know about it.
Bowie's age.
Bowie. She defends money launderers. I don't think I heard it right, but she said something about that. I don't know.
Tax fraudsters.
Yeah. Not only is she old, but she's an old lawyer.
But she's DJ first. That fucking killed me.
Barrett.
That was really
DJ
funny.
first, and I was like, how can you be a DJ before you're a lawyer? I don't. Why
Barrett,
would you say that?
what if I told you that there was a secret relationship in the house?
Is it
Yeah.
Corey in America?
Stop. That was so funny. And Julie was like, and how do you think
She's
they're
She's reaching for her Bible holster. She's like, explain this one to me.
Oh, I wasn't thinking. Sorry.
Chris is happy with the winner. Hey, Chris, welcome. America's favorite house guest. Ugh. Okay, I can feel that. My mom wishes it was all a dream. Welcome, Mom, to the chat. Let's see. Yeah, people loved your intro, Zach. And people did want to say that Jag owns a truck company. So even though I think it added totally to your recap. So promising and so disappointing, so it evens out. True. Okay.
It had a great pre-jury.
Yeah.
It's just the jury that was bad.
Which we've seen before. That's not the first time we've seen that on the Big Brother season, which again,
BB16.
Yeah, I mean BB20 for sure. But then I mean, even I was gonna say BB23. BB23 never really had the firepower behind it. I think it was all consistently just until you got once you got to the cookout, all being remaining, and then Tiffany goes up first. That's when it kind of loses you, I think. But Brett said they just tried to typecast or something, and it's just not genuine. I like Big Brother when it was just normal people. That's what made it interesting. Say that every year. Yeah. I think they've done a better job recently, and I think we have a couple of people in this cast that I would consider pretty like A-tier casting, which I don't know if I say that too often.
All right, you don't have to talk about your brother the whole time.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say Cameron, and maybe even Matt. Throw Matt in there. A-tier cast. No, I'm definitely speaking. I am so high on Izzy and Felicia when it comes to this cast. I know. Every time I bring up Izzy,
apply, Barrett. You're like their demographic, actually.
Well, he's gonna be on Big Brother Bloodlines.
Yes.
Yeah.
Throw me on there now. Okay. Jag's speech was just giving me Paul flashbacks. I can
totally see that.
That last
one. Totally.
That one has some language. I'm gonna skip that one. He wasted his whole last 2 days speaking up so much crap about Corey in America when he could have just practiced his speech. He did practice the final speech. He did do that. It was the questioning before that was the troublesome part. And I actually pulled up a clip that definitely aligns with that.
My biggest move was, we actually worked together on a lot of things, but my biggest move was I played in Path of Power, and I saved his game, and there were big moves I made, and that was my biggest move. Double evictions, those were a team decision. I mean, we did everything together, and that's why we're here. He made his move, I made my moves. There was no leader in this one.
God.
What was the move? What was it? Can you say
if your biggest move is in pre-jury, then you shouldn't even talk about it. Big moves are not made in pre-jury.
My biggest move was 60 days ago.
When the season is 100 days, whenever there's a jury of 7, the shortest jury since old Big Brother, and you say your move is that?
But not only that, the guy who they were saying carried him there. He's like, yeah, I saved him with the power that I had. Like,
And I should win.
I was
That's my
like-
move. That's it. That's all I have to do.
like
My move was
what? I
getting
was like,
America
oh my
for Bobby with
god,
a
Matt,
power
you
I
couldn't
didn't
think
know
of
about.
anything else. Like,
You could have said that you didn't use the veto to take out Jared. You could have said that you were behind. You were the reason that Cameron was taken out.
literally
anything.
anything.
Obviously, Jag lied in his, so he can lie too.
Yeah.
Jack lied.
Jack straight up lied.
That was
straight up lied his whole speech.
His master plan. Like, girl, when did that happen?
yeah, it
Said
Yeah.
something. At
We
least he
saw
tried.
you. You can't lie to us. Your master plan. Your master
But, like,
plan was
when you think
talking
about it,
shit
the
behind people's
jury-
back.
The jury started with Cameron and ended with Bowie. So what was there a master plan? Like, if you like those, I don't know. Cameron and Bowie were like a duo, and now they're like, I don't know.
yeah, I don't even know where to start with this because I said I wanted to go chronological, but it is so hard for me to ignore everything that was all of these speeches. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pull up Jag's final speech too, just so we can get more
Oh
Okay.
god.
get more
Yeah, I
reminded
blacked out
of.
during it.
It's giving Godfrey from BB Can. I want
Yeah.
your blood on these hands.
God.
You definitely understand that reference, and I'm glad you do. Let's go to Jag's final speech, which just came out 200 miles an hour.
With Matt and making a pact with her that if anyone targets the three of us, we put them on the block, no questions asked. I convinced her that Cam was targeting me, won the veto, sent him home for the second time. I single-handedly sent
2X?
Corey home. I single-handedly sent Blue home. When it was the double eviction, it was my plan that sent America home. When it was Matt's HOH, Serene was
Rewind. Bowie's
never the
face
target.
was me during this.
Right here.
Yeah.
She was never going to go home. I convinced Matt that we needed to send Sari home. I won the veto that ultimately sent her home because I knew Sari was closer to Matt than she was to me, and that was dangerous for my game. I single-handedly sent Felicia home. I single-handedly sent Bowie home. My hands are covered in your blood. I am the most dominant, masterful, and strategic player in this house. I don't only deserve to win, I have earned this victory.
I don't only deserve to win, but I have earned this victory. Is saying the same thing twice. I don't even know how to unpack anything that he just. I
What
single-handedly
the
sent all
hell?
of these people home.
What?
It's like
If you just put in Chat GBT, give me a Big Brother winner speech. That's what would pop out.
I have thoughts though. I think that during the questioning, Jag realized like Matt is really flopping this. Like
Yeah.
I need to act like I'm the leader. He's giving me this clear shot. And I think he took the shot and he really was just like, I'm gonna go all out because Matt's being boring. I think Jag really recognized that too.
Yeah,
Good for
I
him.
think that's what I'm saying. I think he did truly think that he was going to lose. And I know it seems like
Yeah.
maybe that was a strategic thing to tell Matt that he
Maybe.
was, you've won the game and maybe he flipped. But I think as soon as Matt had that, like Matt having the first question, probably if Jag had that first question instead, I think it kind of changes the trajectory because then Matt maybe gets a read for how Jag is taking an offense. And then maybe he tries to at least compare himself to that. But when
He
you
still
have
had opportunity and he
Yeah.
didn't.
And so Matt comes out flopping, and Jag says, "Oh, okay. So Matt is doing terrible at these. Maybe I could immediately just say the exact opposite and hope that it works." And who knows if the jury already decided before tonight that they were going to vote Jag, but it certainly did not help anything through all this questioning for Matt.
It was
So bad.
and the question. First off, Blue gagged him just by. So you were evicted,
Yeah.
and he didn't know how to respond. He was like, "I was evicted, but I came back."
That's right.
Uh,
He did come back, and now he's $750,000 richer because of it.
well, apparently he didn't need the money anyway, so.
Yeah. I guess. Sure. Yeah, he was about to give it away. It seemed like all $700,000 he was about to lose, or 700 and I'm not doing the math. Never mind. But yeah, that was interesting questioning. I do want to get back to this, honestly, but I do want to build up to this because we saw 2 parts of an HOH and really important things happen in both of them. So I very much want to talk about that as well. So part 1, HOH, our endurance comp. The normal endurance comp that we
You don't
see
want
in
to
part
talk
1.
about the recap episode?
No, I'm not talking about the recap episode. Heisem's DR edits were the only good thing that came out of that episode. And I'm not talking about it any more than that. So let's talk about part 1. We have what took about 2.5 hours, or I would say 174 minutes. So that's way more than 2.5 hours, or a little bit more. We saw Matt as the winner of part 1. But apparently he only won because there was a rock, paper, scissors pact at the end of this competition. We go 2.5 hours plus. We have Bowie Jane out after about an hour and a half, leaving Jag and Matt. And Jag comes up with the idea after the 2.5 hour mark just to do rock, paper, scissors. Just what we want with every Big Brother finale. The big, we think of the great endurance competitions in Big Brother history when it comes to the final 3 HOH. We think of, BB8 especially when we have, Evil Dick and Zack in the final 3 hopping for about 8 hours on those platforms. And I also think the final HOH part 1 of Matt and Jag ending on an epic rock, paper, scissors battle is very much up there in Big Brother lore as one of the greatest part 1 HOHs that we have ever seen. I don't know if y'all agree.
They may as well
I
have
think
just spat in our faces.
I think it's up there with the season 8 final endurance competition, Like it's on par with that, in my opinion.
They just spat in our faces and we just took it. And it's annoying. Like this is the end. Like, I'm not saying that I would last long on there. I would go as long as I could, limbs willing. And you're just gonna
98 days, rock, paper, scissors to secure your spot.
Yeah.
I had this thought earlier today, and I feel like tonight just like reassures that thought. Reality TV needs more greedy people. That is what we need. We need people who want to win money. People who are there to win the damn money, not be the best person. And I feel like that's what keeps happening. And we need people who are willing to just do whatever the hell it takes because they need the money, because they're greedy, or whatever the case is. But it's just like really? $750,000.
You have Nick and Barrett.
And they're gonna play rock, paper, scissors.
Mhm.
You have Nick and Barrett like slitting each other's throats over an online game for no money.
And we were in there for I argue for more of a pressure cooker of a time.
And then these people, what is on there? Like, it's $750,000. I guess it's not life changing for Jag because he can go back and make a truck or something.
Well, but Matt's an Olympian too. Like, make a truck.
Yeah, it's just.
I just feel like none of them needed the money, and like that's what you get. Like,
True.
I don't know how you sit there.
Lawyer, like, none of them needed the money, in my opinion.
Yep. If Jag is a truck company owner, like, I don't know how much insurance is for that. So,
yeah, you say truck company owner, and I don't even really know what that means, to be completely honest. I feel like that can mean a number of things. I don't. I need more explanation.
I feel like that's what what's it called? Cars or car dealership people call themselves.
So like a big truck, like a truck tractor. Like I think he owns like a fleet of that, like maybe like a couple of trucks, and he has drivers that drive them, and he pays them, sort of thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
He's actually Jeff Bezos. He actually owns
those
Amazon.
trucks are like thousands. So
yeah, who am I to say? But now he's got $750,000 more to invest in trucks. Who knows? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what Jack's going to do with the money. But yeah, rock, paper, scissors. Part 1 goes to Matt. Part 2, we have we got to put all the competitions in the different verses of all in a row as well. So we got the scramble verse, the scary verse, and the comic verse, and we got to put all of the things in the right verses, but we got to also like zip line over to the different verses. So Felicia would have had a time with this one, I'm sure. Which is the first thing I thought of. Was like, okay, so even if Felicia was in this game, I don't think she could have won this regardless, because of course there's an element to it. But I mean, maybe they would have adapted it to like maybe she didn't have to use the zip line. Maybe you could just go around it. I don't know.
Well, that's what I was thinking. Like, I mean, what's stopping you from just walking?
I don't think much of anything. Maybe they're like, will you please just do it a couple of times so we can edit it to make it look like you kept zipping over. I don't know.
Amazing.
Same thing for the rock, paper, scissors. They could have easily edited out like the whole rock, paper, scissors element, and we would have never known about it. They could have just looked like, Jag fell. Even if it would have looked like weird in the moment, they could have totally taken out rock, paper, scissors. But you know what they said? They said, this is what the viewers really need to see, which I'm glad they did. We should know that this was stupid. But the fact that they made like a joke out of it too, in the DR with Jag explaining the rules of rock, paper, scissors and all that. And I was just like, you clearly don't care that they just are making fun of your game by, you have this whole competition set up to go endurance and you have them do rock, paper, scissors to get out of it. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they're thankful because they got to tear down the competition. Maybe a few people got to go home earlier, so maybe they don't care. But it was just like, I don't know. It feels like a slap in the face to have someone do rock, paper, scissors after 90 something days in the house at the end of the game.
Agreed.
I agree.
But part 2, everyone did horrible. Bowie Jane did horrible. Jag did horrible. They both didn't finish this until an hour plus. Jag had about an hour 4 minutes, I believe. Bowie Jane had closer to like an hour 30. So Bowie Jane, queen of hour and 30 minutes final HOH competitions. So Jag is the winner of part 2. We have Jag and Matt in the final HOH part 3, where we got the different verses for each juror in the game, which listed 3 facts, one of them being a falsity about their game. And they had to choose which one was the false statement. We went to a 5-5 tie in this competition, where Jag was able to come out on top. If Bowie Jane was in this competition, I am positive she would have won. How could she ever lose a tiebreaker? But if
she made it there.
Yeah. I'm not surprised that Jag won a tiebreaker to a question that was about him. So didn't really shock me at all. So Jag is the winner of the final HOH. And we kind of got this sense after the past couple of days that he was going to bring along Matt to the final 2 after his awkwardness with Bowie the past few days, which we don't have really a lot of time to get into necessarily, but it was a lot of Bowie being like, you're going to take me to the final 2, right? If you win part 3. And Jag's just like, oh, I'm tired. I'm going to go to bed energy until he finally, until Bowie Jane finally was like, okay, well, I'm going to give you a spiel regardless of what happens tonight. So she gives him like a 5-minute speech earlier today, I believe, about why she should sit in the final 2 instead of Matt. And they were all valid points, all of the things that we all thought going into it. And like, there's no way Jag can win against Matt. Matt's played this not flawless game, but Matt has played a way better social game than Jag has, while also being a physical threat at the same time. Everyone likes Matt. All good points, all great points. But once Jag wins this final HOH, we know that he's going to choose Matt. I mean, he has never indicated once that he was not going to choose Matt. Except for like the fleeting moments in the Felicia eviction where we thought maybe he would do it. So we have our final 3 eviction. Bowie Jane and Matt both give their speeches. Jag weirdly outlines in his speech, like, Bowie Jane, I would love to sit next to you in the final 2. Matt, I would love to sit next to you in the final 2. But Bowie Jane, even though I'm about to evict you, I need your jury vote. I would love it if you gave me your jury vote, which shouldn't work on someone. But then I thought, this is Bowie Jane. It probably is going to work on her. She's probably going to vote for Jag. I think regardless she would have, but it was such a weird way. And I thought, kind of went along with the same energy for his final speech of just like, you're about to evict me, but in your eviction speech, you're like, I want you to vote for me though. Like if that would be great if you also vote. This is my jury management. I'm evicting you right now in the moment. And I didn't tell you the past 3 days that I was going to plan on evicting you in the first place. I've kind of kept your hopes high because I told you I was taking you to the final two the past couple weeks. But even though I did all of that and I'm about to evict you right now, again, against the guy that I was going to take from the very beginning, I lied to you. I'm going to say that again. But I also want your vote. I really want you to give me $750,000 if you could, pretty please. But also get out of the house. That's what I heard.
Yep. That's what I heard too, honestly.
Bowie fucking Jane. What the fuck? And you still voted for this man.
She said, hey, you know
Oh,
what?
man.
I gave my word and I'm loyal to my word. As she put the key in, it's like, girl,
The game's over. You lost.
Loyalty doesn't mean shit. You can bounce checks in the Big Brother house.
Especially when you're out of it.
When you're out of it, why are you still voting for this man who literally took your chances of winning and threw it out the door and then said, hey, spit in your face and was like, hey, you know what? I don't respect your game, but you should still vote for me because I want you to vote for me. What fucking sense does that make?
Bowie.
Bowie Roos.
Honestly,
Stop.
T, it took 100 days to get her on the blog.
Yeah. They kept trying.
100 days.
She should have been first boo. I think had week 1 that twist not happened, I think Bowie Jane is first boo.
I completely agree, honestly.
That's what I'm saying, Julie. I would be bitter as fuck. If there's one thing I learned from this season is I am a bitter ass fucking juror, and I will take that to the day I die. Whenever I get on that show, 100% guaranteed. If someone screwed me over, hell yeah, I'm gonna vote for the other person. But still, I'm going to try. I am really going to try and vote for the most strategic player. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna be bitter as fuck, especially if you lied to my face.
I do kind of want to see you play this game, Zach, after all of this. So if you could get on that would be fantastic. Okay, I need to add that Bowie Jane also said no problem when Jack evicted her. She said no problem, which is exactly what I expected her to say. And then had the shortest eviction interview of all time, I'm pretty sure, before they went to commercial break.
Literally.
She was about to cry. Like I could see in her eyes, it was red. For like, oh, quick, get it off,
Yeah.
Like
No problem.
commercial.
Okay.
Yeah.
But then we have the moment before we go into commercial break where we see Jag telling Matt, you won this game, man. You won this game. But is not what happened. It is not what happened. I need to mention the jury roundtable, which was also featured on this episode. I thought was very disappointing.
One thing I also wanted to say.
Damn, I already said what I thought about the jury roundtable. Now you're interrupting me. I gotta. Okay, go ahead.
It's whatever. But
I don't care.
Dr. Will, what is wrong with you? Like, genuinely, I understand you won the game and you made it to the final 4. He literally said, "Oh, this is the most opinionated jury. Oh, they're not gonna go unanimous or anything like that." And he said, "This is gonna be an interesting jury roundtable. This is the most interesting one I've ever had."
He's a liar.
Well,
We should know that
yeah.
by now.
That's called
He's
getting
fucking
people to
with us.
watch the episode.
Or the interview, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
I watched
Julie.
it.
That's the interview I was referring to.
Yeah.
His interview with Sharon Tharp.
Yep.
Yeah, I feel like these always get pretty hyped up, and we get like 5 minutes. We had far more of an explanation for rock paper scissors, it seemed, than the jury roundtable explaining who they wanted to win the game.
True.
And even then, even when we do get this jury roundtable, it never seems to. I get that they don't want to indicate who they're going to vote for in the end, but I honestly think they edit it so much that we don't even get a sense of how they're feeling fully about like each house guest. And I get that we have each person, like, because they're defending each person about the same amount in these segments. And I really have a tough time kind of feeling out. And let me say, Bowie Jane, I don't think she was ever getting a vote from any of these jury members. But when it came to Matt and Jag specifically, it felt like, okay.
Wait, say if Matt does as horribly as he does right now, do you think Bowie Jane could have swept up some votes?
No, I don't think so. I really think even I don't see what Bowie
She's
would
a
have.
lawyer.
I'd be curious to see her final speech, to be honest.
I think she still could have argued better than him. Yeah, Kaci. I think definitely she could have outdone him in the arguments, but I don't know if that would have been enough to get.
I think it would have been 4-3. Something. Cam was definitely going to vote for her.
Yeah, Cameron would have voted for her for sure.
Because his fucking terrible. They're can we
I think America actually defended Bowie, but like Suri was like no. Like, but I think Suri and Felicia would have been the only two votes.
I will say that was the best part of the round table. It's like, no, Cameron's social game was awful.
Cameron was like,
Cameron's social game sucked. Just to keep it 100. Cameron.
This is true.
That's true. Yeah, that was by far the best part. So I am glad that happened. But as far as jury roundtables go, I would have loved to seen like.
I am sitting down, Matt.
20 more minutes of that would have been great. Just jury roundtable, them talking about everybody, but we're never going to see it. We're never going to see that footage because it's too good, and Big Brother would never show us something like that.
I just don't understand why they can't have the jury roundtable on the recap episode.
Yeah, I think there is so much room in the last week of Big Brother to throw a jury roundtable.
That's a great idea, Zach. At CBS.
No one's going to watch the recap episode. You know what would tune people in? Half of that episode being the jury.
Yeah. If you want a recap of the season, I think a great thing you could throw it is literally the recap of the 3 players that are remaining in the game and their discussion on them. Like I think it would be great. Yeah.
I'll give you a recap of the season. Bunch of weird multiverse twists. Hisam's laugh. There's a weird love thing with Matt and Riley. I almost forgot her name again. And then there's a survivor person playing. Oh yeah, and her son's in it too. Let's see. There's a very long pre-jury for some reason, and then there's a jury of 7.
It's about the bra.
Yeah.
For my man.
Thomas says, but Zach, that would mean Allison Grodner would actually do her job right.
Nope.
Or at all.
For someone who wants to get on the season, do you want to get on the next season, I should say? Do you agree with this take?
Well, I'm obviously not on the season, so she's not doing her job right.
Oh, shots fired over here.
They are casting. I saw the thing.
They are casting, yes.
This is our casting video.
This is what you're gonna submit. Just a 2-hour long finale recap.
We can be your next twist.
Yes. Okay. Jury roundtable. Not that eventful to me. If everyone else loved it, good on you. At the same time, I didn't like them making positive points for anybody in this segment. And every time they did, I was like, no, I disagree. But then I was like, wait, I have to pick a winner at some point. And I just never could. Yeah, it felt I was literally waiting on them to be like, what if we didn't vote on anyone? And I was gonna be like, yes, let's do that one. I like that one instead. They never got to that point though. They stuck with the 3.
They do a write-in.
Honestly, yeah, we can still get Felicia to win this game if we try hard enough.
What if they just didn't vote?
Yeah.
There's nothing in their contract that says they have to.
Random.org.
Yeah, we have a tie. We have a tie between Matt and Jag.
I probably would have won that
0-0. It's gonna come down to
a tiebreaker, which Bowie Jane wins.
Boom.
Okay, Matt, you put 1 million. Jag, you put 1 billion, and Bowie Jane, you put 62.
The correct answer. The correct answer was fish. So, Bowie Jane, I guess you're the winner. I don't know. Okay. Past the jury round table. We have. I wrote that Julie keeps teasing whatever this awful show is gonna be for December.
This is this is the season finale, or is it?
I was so scared every time she did that through the 30 commercial breaks that we had.
This might not be the last time you see us. Stay tuned to find out.
It was always a different iteration, wasn't it?
There's a cold front coming in this summer. I wonder what's going on. Is that sleigh bells I hear?
Oh no, Kaci, where'd she go?
They took her out to go to
The
ring
nether.
games.
The cold front got her.
Oh, she's back. Yeah,
Sorry,
it's okay.
I pressed the wrong button.
The
It's
cold
all
front
right.
took you out.
Okay. All three parts of the HOH have been done. We have our final two. We have the jury questioning, which we can kind of go through if we really want to, one by one. Obviously, we've talked about these final jury speeches. I do want to give Matt's final jury speech some airtime. I know because we kind of hounded him for his before answers to the jury questions, I should say. So let me pull that up because Matt's strongest speech of the night was his final speech, by far the actual rehearsed one. If only he had that energy for the rest of his answers, I truly think maybe he would have made a case. But then again, we say that all the time, and who knows if this jury comes in with a preconceived vote already.
I honestly think that America and Corey changed their votes.
I think that they changed it when they saw Suri come in on Matt's HOH because Corey had like a little thing in the jury where he's like, "This move is only good for drag," so I think that's when it changed.
All right.
And he's not wrong.
Fair point.
Here we go. Buckle up.
Hey, everyone. I'm the first deaf person to play Big Brother. I have no role model. No one else has played this game that I can look up to. That's a huge step for me. I had to play a social game and a physical game. Social game, bro, I can't even hear 85% of the conversations that happen in this house, so I had to step up. What did I do to step up? Lived and have not. Have you seen that done before? I lived and have not.
Yeah,
so I can have conversations and talk with everyone, have good connections. Also, for my social game, I almost had a perfect game. I never got put up. The one time I got put up,
almost.
Guess who was deciding on my fate? The guy I saved. Week 4. That's a good social game.
Is it?
Physical game? I came in this house and y'all saw me as a huge physical threat. So I already knew that in my head. I had to back away from winning comps. I won the first comp. Look what happened. Heisen was gunning for me. But I stepped away, picked up my social game, played Path to Power, used that, lied. I only told one person, Suri, and then obviously Jag. So I kept that to better my game. I lied about that power. And then
the power that
when it came to actual peer pressure, double elimination, 2-time champ, veto.
Peer pressure.
I performed when I needed to in case there was going to be danger during that time. That's the scariest time, and I performed there.
Scary for you.
Then I backed away because I knew my social game was good, so I didn't need to win HOHs. Then, what else? I think that's most of it. I mean, that's how I played, you know. I was a team player. I knew I could not get far playing this game, being a solo player. And that's why ultimately I saved Jag, because I knew we can go far together. There was no leader. There was no one bossing anyone. I played my own game. He played his own game. Had he gone out week 4, I would have been fine because I played a good social game with everyone in this house. No one put me up until the very last second. And you know how I got up last second? Rock, paper, scissors. I was willing to do that.
That wasn't even how you got up, bro. You got up because of the number game, but they pre-gamed before that.
Yeah, the number game.
Also, the rock, paper, scissors thing makes no sense to the jury.
They have no idea.
They have no idea what he's talking about.
Yeah.
So the fact that he said that, and it also being just wrong entire, which I mean, I can't say that Jag's whole speech was wrong in and of itself, but it was a better wrong. He did better at being wrong.
Barrett, bro.
Hey.
He sold it. He sold his game.
Yeah.
Bro.
He pitched it.
Bro. That's pretty much it, bro.
Yeah.
Hashtag friendship.
My
Yeah.
social game, bro.
Okay. Big Sissy Banana. Can I call you Big Sissy? Welcome. I am so glad to see you.
I will say. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry. We go way back. Me and Big Sissy Banana and Roxy. If Roxy was here, Roxy would be freaking out. I just wanted to say welcome to the chat. I'm so glad you're
I
here.
heard the name.
I wanted to call out something that the three doofuses talked about. They were talking about how Corey, this was on Stop.
Mafia.
Please.
Not those
Oh
three
my
Weirdos.
God, no.
Weirdos.
No, this is you.
Yeah.
Losers.
Yeah.
Wumbo.
They were calling out, for one, they were talking shit about everyone, and they're talking shit about Corey, about how they said, I don't know why I was talking to cameras. That's so narcissistic.
Yeah, it was anything and everything. Anything and everything to them became a like personal attack point. It seemed like,
Bullying.
or just something that they could be annoyed by. It was
Guys.
anything and everything. And
Guys, we need to stop talking. We're being so narcissistic.
we really are. I'm talking to a camera right now.
Yeah, we're
Honestly,
talking to cameras right now. We're being so narcissistic.
I feel like I only love myself when I talk to this camera. I'll tell you that. So that, but in doing that, and also like the Corey in America, and Riley are the real showmans. That whole weirdness, that just what a stain on like the last month of this game, really. And then to top it all off with Bowie Jane saying no problem in the final 3 speech. No problem if you get rid of me. I didn't want the money anyway.
That's literally what she looked like.
But yeah, Mafia. And that was pretty much Bowie's question, right? Mafia? Is that what she asked? I can't even remember what she asked.
She literally
How is the life once you join the mafia?
Yeah, she was like, "What? How was it better for your game once you joined the mafia with me and Matt?" It was like,
I saw everyone's tweets like, "Cut her mic, stop."
I think let's see if I can find that clip. No, see, I got her revealing that she's a lawyer. Okay, yeah.
Game change
Wait, let
for,
me restart
I'm going to
it.
say, how did your game change for, I'm going to say the better, when you joined the mafia with Matt and I?
Joining the mafia with y'all definitely was such a blessing.
He's like, what kind of question is that, bitch? Like,
Yeah, the thing that's what I love about like when you're in a final 2 in any game and you have like some sort of jury asking you questions, no matter how ridiculous the question is, you have to take it seriously because you can't tell how much they're joking. And that's why I love Jack's response of just like, how do I look serious while answering this stupid question that I don't even know if really is a question.
blessing. No, it's her just being like, we were in the mafia. What?
Like this guy just
Not even a question.
lied to you for like 5 days about not evicting you, and that's the question you asked him right after he did that. I don't know. Whatever.
Also, they let everyone do a question. Last year they didn't let everyone do a question, right?
You're asking me to remember something exact over a year ago.
I only remember Brittany had a question. I think Turner had a question too, because he was like, why did you evict me? Which is the proper response when you get 3rd fucking place. Boy fucking Jane.
Yes.
Or fucking Boy Jane.
With their
Either way
country
you put
British
it.
accent. That is a callback to very much earlier in the season. Thank you, Shy Boy, for saying that.
Back when we thought Bowie Jane was not going to make it to finale night.
I've seen 2 things about Riley right now recently in the chat. Elena said they got it. I know this is kind of going ahead to the end of the show here, but I want to bring it up right now. They got to stop pushing women into these showmances on this show. Very weird of Julie to say Matt has a girlfriend and putting Riley on the spot. Awkward. Yeah, that was a bit strange. Riley, I mean, the thing is,
they're milking it.
As soon as Riley took that picture with Matt's mom, I want to know the inner workings behind this, like, because it seems very random. I mean, obviously, this was random when Riley just shows up in the HOH room. If you're like a huge follower of Riley and this has been a thing, like, she's had a thing for Matt and we should have known about this. That's one thing. For me, as a person who didn't really keep up with anybody once they got evicted, it was kind of weird to see Riley suddenly appear back in the season in such full force. And not only that, being like, Matt's just like, I guess I got a girlfriend when I get out of the house. It's really strange.
Well, what's even weirder is that I'm about like 90% sure that don't they already have like pre-picked like pictures and stuff for the house guests?
I'm pretty sure how that works is they submit pictures. So yeah, like you'd submit the ones you want. Like
And
if
I
you win
bet
HOH.
and I bet his mom wouldn't have submitted that picture. I will put money on it that CBS went out and searched for that picture, that Riley posted it or his mom posted it or something online, and they went online and copied it and put it on there. Or they could have photoshopped it.
They needed to show me into Final Five still.
All right. Maybe not the Photoshop. I think the stretching a little
She
too
still
much.
wrote the
They
letter.
cloned
Zack.
it. They cloned it.
I thought the letter was kind of crazy, but then my friend also brought up that apparently Danielle got one from Nick and 8. I don't remember this.
That's I wish Roxy was here. She's watched 8 way more recently than I did. I think you're right. There was something to do with
Yeah,
Nick
because I was
saying-
like, that's never
communicating
happened.
with
That's
her.
so BS, this, that, whatever. And then like my friend was like, well, Danny got it from Nick. And I was like, I don't remember that. but
Boyfriend.
I
Danny
thought
had
you
a
were
whole ass
saying-
boyfriend too.
At first,
Oh,
I thought
yeah.
you were thinking that like Nick from BB21 got. I thought you were saying that Nick got one from Bella.
Oh my god, ew.
Don't you mean
then-
Nick gave one to Gina Marie?
Oh yeah,
Oh my god.
a bad history of Nick for you, Nick.
Yeah,
I
so-
know. I have to go redeem our name because like, girl. No.
Yeah, strange. I see a couple of the people agreeing with that. Let's see, Thomas, what did you say? Julie was
Riley
posting. Looks like
was
the-
on
yeah,
IG
same
with a
point.
Jag shirt on, I will say, today. It was very
Yes.
it was a very weird post that she made. I was like, I don't know what this means. And I actually do like Riley as well, but like
Who?
I don't leave her alone. Okay. I think she got royally screwed over by a twist for no damn reason. But I don't know. I just think the whole thing is just odd to me.
Pause. We're not talking about the big moment that happened during Felicia's episode.
Oh, yes, please tell me.
Taylor motherfucking Hale.
Oh, yes. Taylor was
Oh.
Queen.
episode.
She was on there and she was eating it up. Let me just
Great
say,
interview.
she had a great interview. She needs to take Julie's place because
That's a really good, like, when Julie retires, like, that should be Taylor Hale. 100%.
Yeah. I've enjoyed Taylor's commentary on the whole season, really. And obviously, I don't think it's kind of. I think we were very much spoiled, especially in finales, watching her speech last year, and then having to witness what we witnessed tonight in speech.
Rock,
And
paper,
we-
scissors, and bloodbath.
she won everything. We had a book. They should have just end the series. I
Yeah.
would have been fine with it.
Wait, don't say that. Okay, I still want to watch rock paper scissors in the final 3 HOH. Okay.
Okay. Well, Kaci wants to keep seeing it in the future. I guess if 1 out of 4 of us want to see it, we can keep the show going. No.
Just for the pre-jury, just for the Izzy of it all, I'm
Yeah.
okay with that.
Why not just
you know?
rock, paper, scissors for every competition? That'll make the season so much faster.
I think that's what they should do. More luck-based comps.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All physical, but all physical competitions that end in rock, paper, scissors.
Exactly.
No matter how hard we try. I mean, like especially with sports now, let's have every basketball game go full 4 quarters, but with 30 seconds left in the game, let's just stop and do rock, paper, scissors to decide.
Let's
Who
do that
cares?
let's do that as a tiebreaker.
Yeah. We've
agree.
obviously like Matt and Jag obviously were equally in that competition. They were gonna go all night. Jag was doing great. He was saying it himself. He's like, I could go for like 10, 12 hours. And Matt over there, he was struggling, so he might as well do rock, paper, scissors. Ridiculous. What a ridiculous competition. Sorry to bring up rock, paper, scissors for the 8th time, but it does need to be stated that that was one of the more ridiculous ways I've seen an HOH competition end. And I've seen Christmas win while only having one leg.
A running competition.
A sprinting competition with one leg. And I've also seen a different competition where 10 different people helped Paul win the HOH collectively.
We also saw Victoria winning a veto.
We also, just in general, Victoria winning a veto. We did see that.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with anything, just Victoria winning it all. Normal win, but the fact that it happened, insane. Okay. I'm gonna graze over the questions that the jury has had. Thank you for bringing up Taylor even being on the episode. I do think it needs to be said. I'm not gonna go play her entire interview, unfortunately, for those that are waiting for me to do that.
Come on, she talked about your favorite player.
I know. There was I didn't type an extensive note sheet on all of these answers, but I thought I at least had a summary ready to go. Okay. Yeah. So we had Sari talking to Matt. We watched that answer. What were your own moves? And we saw Matt say that we were a team. We saw Jag immediately say, actually, I was the leader. We weren't a team. Immediately, Matt, after Matt's not a good answer and seeing Jag say that with no rebuttal from Matt at all, it's like, okay, well, this might be a little bit tough. We have Corey asking Jag, did you carry Matt to final two? And then we have Jag saying, I actually paved the way entirely for us. Again, that's where he says I'm the leader, all that stuff. Felicia asks Matt, were you really considering evicting Jag when you talked to me? Or were you just lying to me? And then Matt admitted that he was lying to Felicia, but honestly didn't elaborate on anything beyond that. It was just, I did lie to you. I was going to take Jag no matter what. That's it. That's the end of his answer. Well, that doesn't help much either. America then asks Jag, you took credit for your own moves in your goodbye messages, but you never told us to your face that you were evicting us. And we all think that that's cowardly. How do you defend that? And I think that this was Jag's worst answer before his final speech, which he said that he didn't want to say something before the evictions were certain. He didn't feel the need to lie. But that is such a stupid response. Sorry, because you have won collectively every competition, even afterwards. Let's talk about Sari and Felicia both. Not only did you win all the competitions you needed to, have the ceremonies that you needed to, and you still didn't tell them that you were evicting them. And not only that, when you outcasted them, when you said, we're not going to hang out with Sari and Felicia, and when Felicia would try to confront you about it, you would say, oh, I'm not meaning to do this. Nothing about what you just said. It is cowardly. Everything that he did in the past, 4 or 5 evictions was cowardly because he never wanted to tell people, even though he easily could have said, I am going to evict you at any point before the eviction. But no, even Bowie did the exact same thing, just refused to acknowledge it, even though it was already in the cards. It was already going to happen. I get that you're maybe a little bit concerned that you tell Bowie and then she goes to Matt and it's ammunition against you. But what are you going to tell Bowie? I'm actually going to take Matt. And then she goes to Matt and says he's going to take you. And what happens then? What is Bowie going to use to split up this Matt and Jag duo? I don't see it ever happening. And I don't see the use in him lying to all of these people for the past month. So for him to say that he's not going to say anything until it's certain, I don't buy that at all. And honestly, I think that, and on top of the fact that he spewed out lie after lie in his speeches, should have been a bit more concerning. But then again, you're up against Matt, who's not even giving answers at all. And how are you going to gift him $750,000 if he can't even say what his own game was beyond a move that he made pre-jury, like Zack said?
I would also like to add, Blue, why are you voting for the man that lied to you on the week that you went home? The guy that you've been working with from the beginning, that's supposed to have your back, that was working with you before you even worked with Matt, and you still voted for this man. This girl does not have a pulse on anything.
But of the options, she was closer to Jack, so I get it. It's like, all right, you thought I was a threat to your game. She was going to come after him anyways. It makes sense. I think she respected it.
No, I don't think she was going to come after. There was no way in
No,
hell.
she said it. She said it. She said I was, yeah.
Hmm.
Even when she was nominated, she was like, "I'm going after Matt and Jag."
I don't believe it.
No, I do
Okay.
remember her saying it was in the same sense of like, and she was always like, I'm gonna get Jared out of this house as soon as I get in power.
Exactly.
And then in her DRs during that week, she's like, of course I would go after Matt and Jag if I had power. And then her eviction interview with Julie, she also said the same thing. But it's also one of those things like, I don't think Blue was ever telling the truth once and understood what she was actually going to do if she ever did have the power.
And then you have her, and actually, I don't trust, at least with Blue, I don't trust anything that she says in front of, on the live days, on any nomination. No.
Her poses every time she was on screen. Just
I do not trust anything that comes out of her mouth unless it's on live feed and I see her and what she says. That is who the true Blue is, not this damn TikTok star that just wants to be fucking clipped to death. No. I do not. Sorry, Kaci. I can't stand Blue. I cannot stand her.
I'm dying.
She is just. She is the epitome of what Barrett and Nick has been saying the whole time. She acts like we don't see live feeds.
That is the worst kind of Big Brother player, the one that doesn't.
The worst. The audacity of this woman to think that we're going to believe her. She's going to get her phone in what, 2 more hours?
Kitty,
And
put her boots
she's
down.
gonna see. She's just gonna see how much we do not like her.
Yeah. A year from now, Zach, we're gonna be laughing about everything that Blue did, and one day view it the same way. Because I remember feeling this way about many house guests in the past on the day of finale that just didn't know what was going on. The thing is, as time passes, you grow to appreciate it because the house guests
She's not Jasmine.
She's not okay. Well, no, in terms of DRs, definitely not Jasmine. No one could ever be Jasmine in that sense. But in the sense that years from now, I think you will appreciate how much you did not like Blue because it was entertaining in this weird sense. Give it time though. I think you'll get there. But at the same time, I feel a lot of the same ways.
She's kind of like Rennie.
Oh,
I'm kidding.
No.
Do not disrespect Rennie like that.
That was a joke. I'm kidding.
You even had
I
the
could
you even
never
had the
say
guts
that
to
about my
say
birthday
something like
twin.
that.
I just wanted to see the fire in Zach's eyes one more time.
No, think about this. I didn't even realize this. She is a year older than me. 1 year older than me. No one our age talks like that. No one.
Maybe in New York, though. It could be like a cultural thing. I don't know.
No, it's a clout thing.
Her fashion did slay though.
Not those jorts. God.
Don't disrespect the jorts like that, Zach. Let me wrap up these questions first, just in case we miss anything that we really want to talk about. Cameron asked Matt, what were your strategic lies? And Matt's answer was that I would take a shot at Jag, which was already something that was brought up in a previous point already. Telling everyone all of the things that they really needed to hear in the moment. And then also taking the information that he had and only using it whenever he actually had to, which was a better end to that answer, I remember thinking. But it still didn't come out perfect. Blue asked Jag, you were voted out 10-0. Why do you think you deserve this win over Matt, who had the power to save you? Jag said he's been working his ass off since getting evicted. Matt saving him was a testament to his social game, and he was able to then map out all of these social dynamics and get information and optimize all of that information. And this is all before he stands up and says, I was the mastermind, I deserve the win, and I've earned the win. It's just delusional. I don't know if he's delusional or just knew that he needed to bring the energy. Whatever. He's $750,000 richer. I don't know what to say about any of those questions anymore, or anything both of them said in those jury questions. Can we please talk about but anyone else want to, before we wrap up jury questioning, their speeches, final speeches, everything, which way have you? and talk about the pre-jury segments with all the secrets and everything. Anything else you want to talk about question-wise?
What would have wrapped up Matt's game in total? He should have pulled an Ian. He only had one life in this game. Matt has had two.
Jag.
Whatever. Jag. Yeah. Jag has had two. In a game where you are supposed to only have one shot at winning the game, it should be respected that on Matt's one try, he still never got evicted. He never had to win a comp. He never had to be put in that position. He didn't have to do that. But he got Jag to do that and be able to pull those moves off for him. And Jag didn't want to do them. Jag did not want to turn on Corey in America.
Mm-hmm.
Guess who did? Matt.
True.
Jag did not want to get Blue out. Guess who made him do that? I mean, wait. Jag did not want to get Blue out. Guess who made him do that? Matt.
Yeah, but I thought Jag single-handedly got rid of all of these people. Zach, are you saying he didn't single-handedly get rid of all of these people himself?
He did.
I'm gonna. Oh wait, I'll do this. Not only is he lying to you in your goodbye messages, but he is lying to you here at the end of the game. He is lying to your faces, trying to get credit for things that he did not do. Whenever I was a true leader, I was the mastermind behind this. I was his social game. I was the reason that he's even still here right now. If it was up to me, and if I wanted him to leave, then he could have left at any point in the game. Everyone wanted him out, but I made sure to put him in a spot and put people in good with him to make him to be able to keep on going till the end of this game. Because I knew if I had him in my corner, the person who was winning all these competitions, regardless, he still picked me to come. The person that, statistically speaking, he had a lesser chance to win against. And he still decided to be loyal to me.
Yeah. It's very strange because this is like they've been comparing.
And that's how you win $750,000, guys.
Yeah,
Also, he didn't put enough emphasis on the path to power. Like, you had either use it that week or the next week. He could have been like, I knew I was social enough where I didn't need it next week, and I saved my friend, and he got me here. Sure, he won the competitions, but I didn't have to get any blood on my hands. He bathed in blood.
Yeah.
Whatever.
He sat there for 100 days, and it seemed like not even tallying the things that he's done, or at least like rehearsing some sort of. Obviously, he had his final speech, but it was as if he didn't prepare any of those questions. Like, obviously, you should know if you're going to a final two with someone that you have been, in a final two with. They're going to ask the question, well, why do you deserve to win over the person here? Or it's always going to be some sort of scenario where it's, why do you deserve to win over them? What did you do on your own? You were carried here. Tell us why you haven't been carried. Some sort of combination of those questions. You just got to be ready for that. And Big Brother has gifted him plenty of time to think about all of those things. And that's the frustrating thing about Matt tonight, is that he had those answers to all of those questions of why he wasn't carried, why he deserved to win over Jag. He saved Jag. He saved the guy that is sitting next to him who was evicted 10-0. And then that guy wins all of these competitions and gets them to the end, but he's making all of the social plays in between. And he doesn't hit on any of those things like you were saying, Kaci. And so it leaves you just like with this frustrating thing of like, it felt like season 16's end where you have this duo. And I know they've been comparing themselves to the Hitman for the past, I don't know, fucking 5 weeks or so, nonstop talking about it. I get it. But if this is the Hitman in the final two, let's say, Matt is clearly the Derek and Jag is clearly the Cody in my eyes. I think people would agree with that. I don't know. But in this scenario, but now we see Cody winning over Derek in a large way. And that's why it feels strange to me. Not that I'm saying Matt Claus is anywhere near Derek Levasseur, and I'm not saying Jag Baines is anywhere near Cody Calafiori on any sort of level. But I'm saying in the sense of how this season has gone, if you have a hitman, it is definitely Matt and Jag, and I think they apply to those people. But having such a flop in the end, I don't know. And maybe we've underplayed Jag's social game in a sense, especially when it comes to America and Corey. Because I think I don't know. You don't think that he at least did enough with America and Corey in the game? Because those are two very important votes in this.
American
just
Corey are
go
game
ahead.
bots though. Like that's the reason. Like
Yeah.
they're gonna just do based off who played the best game. I think as soon as Suri walked in, Corey was like, "Oh, that's a wrap. Like what the fuck is Matt doing?" He
I
lost
think
it.
I honestly think that they were on the border a little bit. At least thinking about they were leaning one way or the other. But I think ultimately, especially Corey being a debater, I think that he was going to give it to the person that would explain their game the best, at least.
That's a good point.
And I could see them in between commercials. I'm voting for Jack. I'm like, oh, okay, baby. Yeah.
Come on
Oh,
now. I don't think
No.
that's
Stop it,
necessary.
stop
And
And
I always,
Sitting there
I
just
always,
making out like
I just always think it's good to single out the jurors in your speeches.
yeah.
Make it personal. Make them want to vote for you. Cameron, the reason why I voted you out was because you were a comp beast and you were in our way of us running this game. And I made sure to put it in Jag's minds that it was best to get you out before we can tumble over the rest of these people. Corey, the reason we got you out, you were the strategy side of the game. You were the person that was trying to strategically get me and Jag out. And regardless, I think that you and America were closer to Jag than me. So yes, I was going to get you out.
Yeah.
I'm just falling.
Yeah.
We're playing armchair quarterback over here, but still, like,
yeah, it's
Say
easy to say when we're not in front of millions of people, and we've watched
technically. I mean, we're in front of hundreds of people.
The girl give me nothing.
Not right now.
Matt.
Well, they watch it still.
Yeah, they watch it still. I'm so glad y'all are here. By the way, we have a lot of good things in the chat when it comes to Matt and Jag still. So thank you guys for still typing over there. Anthony says they're both giving Cody pretending to be, or wait, they're both giving Cody pretending to be Derek, or they're both giving Cody and Derek, or they're both pretending to be Cody and Derek is how I'm going to interpret that. But that's true. They are pretending to be, and they wouldn't. How do you know they're pretending to be? Is because they keep talking about them. Whenever you acknowledge that you are either as good or better than the hitmen, as Jag and Matt have done many times, that automatically makes you worse, I think, in my eyes. Whenever everybody starts to acknowledge or break the fourth wall in this game, that it drives me insane, and it automatically, I think, lessens your game because of it. Anytime someone says, gosh, this has got to be one of the best seasons on the live feeds, this happens every year. Someone always says this has got to be one of the better seasons, and it automatically means that it's probably not a good season. Every single time that someone has said that, I'm like, oh no, it's not, because they're so disillusioned.
They said it on 21. They said it on 19.
Yeah. But it's same thing with Matt and Jag acknowledging the Hitman's existence over and over and over again. It's just like you keep bringing them up, the more people are not going to respect you as much as the Hitmen. I'm not saying the Hitmen are the most respected alliance in Big Brother history, but when you're trying to compare yourself to an alliance and actively saying it enough times, you're just making sure that we think that you're not as good as that alliance that you
and also not the alliance that did it the best either, in my opinion. So
neither of them were evicted. That's automatically. I think the Hitmen are better. And then Derek.
No, what I'm saying is the Renegades were better than the Hitmen.
Yeah. True. I mean, when you have one of your players be pretty much the greatest player of all time, it's hard to compete with, I guess.
And whenever you actually have a season where there are more even competitions where any other people, including a 75-year-old man, can win, yeah.
That is tea.
Also, Taylor acknowledged that too.
I'm actually very glad that she did bring that up.
Everyone clocking the Big Brother.
Literally.
Also, when
it's like, how many people need to say something before? I don't know. Like, girl, just change your shit up a little bit.
It's never. I don't think it will. I don't think they will.
Watch, next year they're gonna do tug of war and full-on football pads.
Yeah.
I'm just imagining Bowie J getting tackled by Matt.
I don't want to imagine Bowie Jane on Big Brother ever again.
Thank you.
so,
Thank
Good.
you.
I
Watch,
think
Hundred days,
watch.
too
She's
many.
gonna be on All Stars 3.
that would be a big misstep on their part if they ever thought that Bowie Jane should be on an all-star season of Big Brother. I don't care if she'd have won that final HOH, it would have been the most HOHs of the season, which is sad in that fact. I just don't.
Oh yeah. I hate this even more. Jag beat the single competition record.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he did.
he sure did.
To add to all this, oh my god, that scared me. Cerise saying, in defense of like Matt over Jag, in the jury house when she was like, Jag beating 2 senior citizens, an idiot, and Bowie Jane is not that impressive to me. I thought really just. I mean, it's the truest thing she could have said, which is like, I don't think there's a coincidence that I align with how Suri and Felicia feel about viewing the games of Matt and Jag, because I completely agree with them with how they viewed it. Again, I don't think either winner is a great winner. I think Matt clearly played the better game than Jag, though. But that's not what we're here to talk about exactly, because we've already talked about that for an hour and 20 minutes. So. Should we talk about the pre-jury in there?
Yes, because I wanna talk about something from that.
What do you want to talk about first, Nick?
What Nicole said about
I will
Cameron.
grab that. Yes, Nicole said something kind of shocking. Even though we kind of saw the writing on the wall of who was going to win America's favorite player, probably, but it definitely set the stage for it because Julie went to her first, I believe, in that questioning with what was something you didn't expect that happened when you went home and watched the show, and I'll play that clip now.
I was most surprised to learn that Cameron is sort of the hero of the season. I fully thought that he was the villain of the season. I mean, listen, he nominated Mama Fee and Izzy, and he watched Mama Fee take her tooth out and still didn't give her a
Look
pie.
at Jack's face first off. He is shocked. Which, I mean, Jag being shocked by information is not new when it comes to the last 100 days. But yeah, the mastermind.
That erases all of her storage room talks. That read alone just.
Well, I thought it was low-key shade at the editors. That's kind of how, like, because if you listen to what she says afterwards, she's like, well, when I was in the house, and then yes, that's how I took it too. Like, she was like throwing shade at the editors. So I was like, I see you, Nicole. Like, I thought I saw it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think anybody that watched the live feeds definitely saw it, and we saw a little bit too much of Cameron sometimes.
And also,
Cameron's face, like he just won Miss America. Like, girl, close your mouth.
I know.
And it didn't help that he won AFP.
Oh.
Funny how the guy you edit as the hero wins AFP.
Well, right. Yeah. I mean, like, Nicole was like, ooh, I was so happy when I realized, because at first I was like, what the hell? But then I was like, oh.
Yeah. I will say, in defense of Cameron, his video that he got from his daughter that was shown in the jury house was probably the most wholesome thing I've seen all season. Did you not see this, Zack?
What episode was this?
This was it may have just been a social media clip. I saw it on Twitter.
Then I don't care.
They all got messages from home. And was it on Tuesday's episode?
Yeah.
Exposing me for not really watching Tuesday's episode, but I bet a lot of you didn't either. But they all got messages.
I don't remember it.
Also could apply to a lot of people. But yeah, they got messages from their family, and Cameron got a message from his daughter, and it was very sweet. And Cameron started crying and just said thank you, and it was nice. But Cameron is Cameron, and I'm not going to deter for the fact that Cameron is Cameron.
So he got to talk to your niece.
Yes, exactly. But yeah, none of us are surprised that Cameron won America's Favorite Player. We've seen this many times. I think I'm weirdly more upset that Matt snuck into America's Favorite Player too. I was really hoping that Felicia could at least go into that spot, but
Yeah.
that's not the world we live in, I guess.
Unfortunately.
Thomas doesn't care about Cameron's daughter. It was a good clip. It was a good moment. Not that
Daddy's
I'm a fan of,
home.
that was not a good moment. That is not a good moment. Nope. Bad Cameron.
Why is he worried about that? He just saw his daughter tonight.
I'm gonna move on.
Please.
I can't.
Yeah. Nicole saying that was not what I expected, but Nick, I kind of agree with you. I think obviously she probably would be the most upset watching the show back that Cameron is just the golden child of the season. They can't do anything wrong. And yeah, so I could see definitely.
She didn't like Cameron, right?
I don't think anybody did.
Oh, yeah.
Who did?
In Suri's comment at the jury roundtable. Let's I guess we can talk about the big reveal of the night, and that is not Bowie Jane's lawyer reveal and being 45 years old. And it is not Felicia saying that her and Denzel Washington are not related.
They really like queued up Heisem, or Julie did, like, Heisem, we have a lot of big secrets to reveal. Heisem, what's the biggest secret that was revealed to you? And he's like, well, what was the secret?
Nicole.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
that Nicole works in politics.
Yeah, and I'm just like, are you serious?
Yeah, they got to rehearse these things, Zach. They can't just reveal the big secret right off the bat. They gotta build up to it, you know.
I would have clowned it, be like, that Felicia is Jared's mom.
Said purposefully messed it up. I was about to ask if anybody didn't get to really talk on the jury or the pre-jury, but it was Thomas kind of answered it for me. Red didn't really get anything to say, which is fine. He had plenty to say on his live stream with Luke.
What could he say?
Yeah, I was going to say Luke didn't get any screen time.
Yeah, well, he was on Instagram Live with Red the other night, so they had
that's where they got their screen time, actually. So
I bet that.
And then Grodner joined it too.
Yeah,
I two-face.
I want to play Matt's funny real quick, and then we'll get the real reveal.
Born in America.
Yeah.
Anyway, let me get the real clip for a second. I just saw that one pop up, and I figured I needed
idiots.
Corey and America are the real ones. Okay.
Didn't he know they had sex?
Maybe.
But I don't think that he understood the question. Like,
Jared?
maybe they knew each other before the season.
Yeah, like they're like married or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess maybe.
No, I think they said who was related.
They did, but I think Matt like misinterpreted the question or something.
Yeah, because you saw he didn't, because they cut to him in the house and he was like, "Me? Are you talking to me?"
Yeah.
So he may have missed the actual question on it.
I also wonder if I assume they had a teleprompter in there or something for him.
Right. I was wondering that. I was like, did they have like an interpreter or something? Like, I don't know.
They may have. I mean, he may have just been reading Julie's lips. They may have had some sort of teleprompter, or because you saw in the final part 3 HOH, they had at least all the clues written out as well. So they were doing some things to adapt. He was also looked like he had eye contact in a really certain area when he was giving his speech. And I didn't know what he was exactly looking at because it wasn't where the TV was. So maybe they had something there for him too.
For his, something else. Julie wasn't interrupting either of them. They kind of ended it themselves.
What you mean?
In their final speech.
Like, yeah, you're right. Like, Julie wasn't like 30 seconds.
Okay, 30 seconds, guys. We're on a live show.
This final 3 really was who wants to lose the most. It was like who is trying to lose the most. You have Bowie Jane being like, no problem, evict me. You have Matt being like, I'd rather not answer jury questions right now. And then you have Jack saying, how about I answer all of your questions, but also never tell the truth once in any of my answers. So it really was just a game.
And then rub it in your face that I evicted y'all and lied to y'all.
Yeah, I'm covered in all of your blood, except but like in the bad ways, not in the like I did a really like good game move in the sense that I just kind of outcasted you and said bye as you all went out because I was winning all the competitions. Ha ha ha. But yeah, all of that was the finale. But also, I'm gonna deter away from the big secret reveal that was also in this video. So, Jared and Sari, let's listen back on their reveal.
What?
Zack, what if I told you?
Felicia and Jerry.
I know who was related.
Go ahead.
Here, Felicia and Jared.
I was playing this game with my mother.
First of all, you see Matt and Jag in the background over here. He just like gritted their ass.
Wait, who said that? Wait, rewind it.
Go ahead.
I was playing this game with my mother.
A little bit more.
A little bit more?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
A little.
No, before this,
was-
he wants to
before
hear whoever said Felicia. And
Yeah.
Jared.
I don't know.
All right. Well, let me turn to somebody else. Jared.
Felicia and Jerry. Felicia and Jerry.
I know
It's Matt and Jag.
Yeah.
who was related.
Go ahead.
I was playing this game with my mother.
Will Jared's mother please reveal herself?
Bowie stands up. Oh wait, Cameron, did you see that?
Yeah.
Wait, go back. I missed it.
I saw
Yo.
Cameron like
No, he
Yeah,
was about. He was faking standing up.
Was he about to stand up?
Yeah, look.
Oh, yeah.
Right there, yeah.
What an idiot.
Honestly, if they had planned Cameron to stand up and they had a camera pointed at him for that moment, I would have been all in. I would have been all in.
The way that Felicia was like looking around trying to find Jared's mom, it's like, what are you
And then everyone
doing,
was
girl?
looking at.
I know, like girl, if it's not you, who else is it? Like,
there's
herself.
Me Cole stands up.
Kirsten stands up.
Like, yeah, I knew the whole time.
No wonder I couldn't break through that.
None of the jury seemed very surprised by this. So I know, Zach, I think you brought it up. I think it looks like they already knew before this. I know Felicia has her moment right there, but everyone else just kind of seems like they're along for the ride at this point. I think it's really shown because Blue was like the only reaction they showed from the jury, which I think if anyone had a good reaction, they actually were going to show it. And they only showed Jag and Matt and Blue. So do we think they already knew this? It kind of looked like it.
America looks surprised. But like Corey, maybe they just don't care. They're just ready to get the fuck out.
It could
I
be
think
that
that's
too,
what it
yeah.
is. I think that's kind of what
Corey,
it is.
Corey was like, "Well, no wonder she didn't want to work with me."
Yeah. But
Yeah.
he just had no reaction. I think he's like, "Get me the fuck out of here! Like I'm ready to see my
Literally.
family.
I'm ready to get on
like,
Big
I'm
Brother
ready
Second Chances.
Mhm.
Reindeer edition."
Yeah, no, he's ready to get on reindeer games, actually.
That is right. But yeah, the
Yeah,
big
Kurt
reveal. We also had a compilation of videos of the pre-jury all getting told one by one that Sari and Jared were related with all of their reactions as well for everybody to see. Can I just say, I think I loved the secret reveal the whole season. I always love stuff like that for pre-jury going out of the game. Can I say though that the best part of this pre-jury segment on tonight's finale was hearing Hisam's laugh throughout the entire thing, just echoing every time Julie said something, every time there was any sort of reveal, it just in the background, just ha ha ha. I mean, throughout the entire thing, it was amazing to me. I missed Hisam so much in this game, and I didn't realize how much until I heard his laugh echoing throughout the entire stage.
Agreed.
I know a while back in the chat, I'm probably not gonna be able to find it. I believe it was Caitlin that asked though, what was our favorite part of the finale tonight? Oh, I found it. What was the best part of the finale in everyone's opinion? This is a complicated question. I definitely think I would say the easy answer is probably the secret reveal that we literally just played. But I don't know. Probably I got to go with Cerie's comment about camera and the jury roundtable. I didn't have many victories tonight, but the chaos was very much giving. I got to always give it to Cerie, though, with that jury roundtable comment. Do any of you have a favorite moment of the finale tonight, in your opinion? Okay.
I think my favorite moment was just like the questions and the speech. Like it was all very bad and like entertaining to watch Jag win because I didn't think that was gonna happen. So I kind of liked that part of it and getting to watch Matt flop. I don't know.
Okay. Matt flops. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't like that.
All right, Zach, what did you like?
I'm just kidding, Kaci.
Nothing.
Struggling there. You want me to go
You
to
took
next?
off the
I
bra?
like seeing Danielle Reyes and Brittany Haynes.
Did you?
That
Did you like Frankie Grande's hair?
Who?
Shut up.
Oh, Ariana Grande's brother. No, I forgot he was even on a season. But I just like seeing them. I didn't like whatever they did. I just like seeing them. That was the high point.
Okay, cool. Nick, I would ask you, but I think I already know what your favorite part is. Let me play it.
What in the world?
America's favorite player.
God.
Yeah.
Like, get your flowers, girl.
Now AFP doesn't mean anything.
I guess not.
Nick, I'm sorry. What was your actual favorite moment of
okay.
tonight's episode?
I guess it was like that whole like secret segment. Just because I thought it was like fun. I mean, like the whole Jack thing, I guess, was fun too. But like, I didn't want Jack to win. But like, that was probably the only thing that wasn't predictable for the whole season was like how we went into this finale being like Matt's winning, but it was actually the opposite of that.
Yeah.
But like, to me, the fun part was the secret segment. Even like when they they like brought up Bowie Jane's age and everything. Like, I just thought that was like very fun. So that was probably my favorite
You let
part.
Felicia call her out for it.
I
Like,
know,
"Alright, Felicia, you have a
literally.
question."
I know what
Yeah.
35 looks like, and you are not 35.
Yes.
I will say this ends the female winning streak of AFP.
How long
It
did that go
does.
for?
Nicole Anthony, Davon Rogers, Tiffany Mitchell, Taylor Hale, and now whack ass Bertha.
The serial killer.
Who won it in 20?
You know who won it.
Tyler Crispin.
Did he all? I knew he was the golden boy, but I always just thought maybe
Tyler,
someone else
Cody,
would
Victor,
know.
James, Donnie, Alyssa, Frank, Jeff, Brittany, Jeff, Keisha, James, and Janelle. And that's James from BB.
Are you reading a
9.
list or do you just know that?
I just know that. No, I'm just kidding. I read
He's
it.
I was about to
definitely
say,
reading a
do you always
list.
look to the left and don't look away whenever you
Yeah.
remember information?
I don't pay attention.
Okay, yeah. Cameron wins AFP. Matt, Cerie were
Horrible.
the runners up for that voting as well, in no particular order. But yeah, everyone. I expected Cameron to win America's favorite player. I'm sorry if you did not. I don't know if I would have thrown Matt into the top 3 though. I really thought that maybe Felicia would get snuck in there, or Corey. Even.
Andrew Tate's fanboy? No.
Well, they don't know that if you watch the episodes. Why would you know that? Why would they tell you what's going on?
I don't think the people that voted for Matt or Cameron would care. They would probably vote for him even more if they heard that. Yeah, I'm taking a shot at the casuals.
The Facebook comment sections are always interesting. I will say that.
Yes, they are.
Okay, so we have Cameron as America's favorite player. We wrap up the show. We have
reindeer games.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about reindeer games. The show that has been teased for the past. We talked about last week. Is there going to be a Legends season of Big Brother? Is it going to be like, I don't know, another OTT? Is it going to be another Celebrity Big Brother? Something's coming in the winter. We don't know what it is yet. And as today went on, it looked more and more likely that we were going to get nothing of the sort. In fact, we were going to get something far more sinister, and that's exactly what we got, which is Big Brother Reindeer Games. And I'll find the video of that we were presented of Frankie Grande, Brittany Haynes, and Danielle Reyes. Okay, if you want, I can settle for just the teaser at the end of the episode.
And Santa here spreading holiday cheer. This December, it's time for Reindeer Games. Legendary players, wintry challenges, and a festive format to jingle your bells. Big Brother Reindeer Games. The unwrapping starts December 11th on CBS.
Reindeer Games.
And
what
it
is
says, I have the summary right here. The players will arrive ready to compete in Reindeer Games, a series of holiday-oriented competitions. The 6-episode special will include 9 previous house guests, but differ from the original Big Brother series. Some of these differences include the fact that players do not live in the house. Players do not vote each other out. There is no regular host, but instead a slew of elves who guide the players, and there will be no live shows or live feeds. Each episode will feature 3 competitions. At the end of each competition will be Santa's Showdown, which will decide which player is ousted. There will be 4 finalists who will compete for the $100,000 grand prize. Former Big Brother house guests will star as the Elves. Season 23's Derek Zhao, Season 23's Tiffany Mitchell, and Season 11's Jordan Lloyd. As for the participants, the full list of featured players has not yet been announced, but one player will be from the most recent season.
That's true. That's another part I forgot, is that Julie told the house guests that one of them will be a part. It's got to be Heisem, right? He's like the only one that they really involved in like actual content after he got evicted. So it's gonna be.
They look horrified. Yeah, they looked horrified too when they were on the stage, and like she was like, "Oh, wait, what's this?" Or whatever the hell Julie was doing. Like before the video came up, they were all like, "Oh no,
something's happening in the Big Brother house."
The game has been extended for the winner 2.0.
It's been written in your contracts, so you have no way out. The multiverse is restarting.
They form walls outside of the stage. They're just back in another Big Brother house.
They rip the check up in front of Jack.
And then
let me
they say, get the hell back in there.
This is not how this season ends.
I'm gonna quickly go through this reveal of the Reindeer Games featuring the video of Frankie, Brittany, and Danielle Reyes yet again. Who would have thought we'd get 2 different videos of Brittany Haynes, Frankie Grande, and Danielle Reyes revealing 2 awful things to us.
Oh, what's happening here? I'm being told that there is something going on in the Big Brother house.
They look so confused.
God.
What is that smell? Oh, okay, they're out. The coast is clear. Okay, it's got to be in here somewhere. Big Brother never throws anything out. They sure don't.
I do enjoy the little jabs. I did enjoy some of the lines in this. I'm not gonna lie, especially this next one.
Thanks for the PTSD.
That was good.
Guys, the time laser.
Yeah, we go through the house. We get the laser out again. We destroy the remainings of all the universes that they accidentally created in the first place.
And Suri gets asked to do the next season.
Yeah. But they accidentally released Christmas.
Ah!
Oh no. No, they're all
not Thanksgiving.
How did this happen?
And Christmas, Abbott Garrett has joined the house.
Oh no.
It's official. The
multiverses of BB25 have officially closed, but the fun isn't over. Get ready for a brand new show from the Big Brother universe. It's called Big Brother Reindeer Games. It's a new game and a new set of rules as legendary BB players return to compete to be the last one standing. 6 action-packed holiday-themed
Sari just being worried that she's gonna get dragged into this somehow.
What if they brought Cameron back for this, guys?
He'd be perfect. Just send him on. I don't care. I'm not gonna watch it regardless. Maybe.
True.
Wait, why does Sari footage keep popping up on Zach's camera? Something's going on in the Zach Perez house. Jingle bells ring. Did you have Sari giving the middle fingers up there too?
Yeah, I did.
Nice. Thank you for that.
There we go.
But yeah, BB starts in about, I don't even remember. What did you say the premiere date was?
December 11th.
December 11th, and has a whopping, 6 episodes? I don't know what it is exactly. Okay.
6 episodes, and
because BB 25 News Sports had that one tweet that everyone liked, or a lot of people liked, and then it was quickly taken away and doesn't exist anymore. But it had like these 6 dates on it, so I don't know what's changed or if they're just really backtracking on that. But that tweet does no longer exist, so I won't rely on that one anymore. But yeah, BB Ranger Games. If you want to watch it. If you don't,
rather die.
Same.
Be like Kaci then. If you'd rather die, I would say don't watch it. So
I just don't get how it's like
It's not Big
it's
Brother.
a Big
Why are you
Brother,
saying
right?
it's Big
It's a Big Brother spinoff, but it's not Big Brother. Like they're not even in the house. Like how? What?
Nick,
the only thing that makes it Big Brother is that it's vets or whatever. But so does that make the challenge Big Brother? Because people from Big Brother go on the challenge now. Like what? This is not Big Brother. This is stupid.
Nick, we understand that you wanted BB OTT 2, but it's just not gonna happen.
I did.
Too.
Okay. Honestly, I was even being realistic and asking for Celebrity Big Brother. And now you know what? CBS is dumb as hell because the actor strike ended and they could have had many people. And now they're stupid. They'd rather do BB Reindeer Games.
I'm just saying that there's still a possibility because Celebrity Big Brother is in February. They're not gonna, for one, if they did like a month-long thing, they would wait to announce it till like at least next year.
If they do 3
do you think
seasons
after Reindeer Games they'll announce it maybe? But I have no hope. Hopeless.
Me neither.
3 seasons of this show in a span of a year would burn the show to the ground. I'm pretty convinced. So I hope they don't do anything beyond BB Reindeer Games and they just gear up for the next summer. Get their NCIS Sydney out of the way or whatever the hell they're doing at CBS.
How does the season rank for y'all?
That's what I was just about to ask y'all. What a crazy coincidence. But Zach's question, now that we're into the season, how are we going to view Big Brother 25? And obviously, this is a take that you change your minds about these things as time goes on. But in the aftermath of the BB25 finale, which we are all in, I do want to know, and Zach wants to know, and everybody wants to know, where do we rank this season amongst the 24 other seasons, I should say?
It's bottom tier for me.
Bottom tier. Do you have a comparison season that you would like to align this with?
I mean, this is the thing. I say this, but only because I don't like it, just because of how it ended up. Some people like it, some people don't, but it compares to BB-8 for me. It had listen. It has good characters, don't get me wrong. There are a few good moments, but overall there's a twist or something that really affects the game. And then I mean, at least for me, I was more rooting for Danny than Dick. And I don't know. Because I just don't see it. I'm not going to ever watch it again, but it's not like BB19 because I'm never going to watch it again, you know?
Okay.
Oh, that's the season I was going to compare it to, was BB19 as far as
I don't think
coming in. I'm gonna
That's
let
a
me explain
scolding
myself.
take.
Let me
Yes.
explain myself. Someone coming in with a little bit of an advantage, having Jared. It's not the same as however many friendship bracelets, but it is the same as far as running the game pre-jury. I think it's lower than BB19 just because of the outcome of it all. We didn't have Matt clutch it at the end. If Matt clutched it, then definitely above Josh Martinez because I think he played a better game. But like, I think it's just below BB19 for me.
Okay.
See, BB19 is at the bottom for me. So you're
makes
saying that this, to me, it's saying that you think that this season is the worst season, but just to me.
That is
But
to me too. That is, I also have
Yeah.
19 at the bottom for me. So just for you to
I
say
think it
19
is.
Okay. That I did
Wow.
not expect that answer from any of y'all. So that's
Nick?
interesting. Nick, where do you put it?
I don't think it's that bad. I would like to compare it to like season 16.
Hot take.
No, but the Outfront winner
but
won that though.
that's what I was gonna say. I think that it's worse than 16, and I don't like 16. Because in my opinion, this is like if Cody had won 16.
Yeah. It's like the worst combination of 16 and 19.
Yes.
Yeah.
And like Bowie Jane is kind of like Victoria, like she kind of was just like dragged there, and she was also like Christmas in a way too, like where she was kind of just like brought there. I don't know. I don't know. I think it's to me it's very 16-esque where it's just predictability to me, where like you just knew everything that was going to happen.
At least in the jury stage. I will say that this
The
will go
pre-jury
in.
stage
The pre-jury was
pretty
pretty
good.
good.
Yeah. I think in terms
Yeah.
of I would not put this as a bottom tier season. I think the jury phase is definitely bottom tier. But I think the pre-jury phase definitely makes up for it. And I believe it was
Okay.
Thomas said great in the first half, bottom was meh, like BB20. I kind of agree with that in a lot of ways. We didn't have the explosive fights by any means like we wanted, but I do think just the intensity that this game brought those first, 5-6 weeks with the vote always being up in the air, it never always going back and forth every day on the feeds was just like, is it even worth watching until like the last day? Because they would go they were so wishy-washy on everything, and the power structure was flipped in the first couple weeks, maybe not again until closer to the jury phase of the game. But I felt like there was always just all these puzzle pieces that were being moved. And a large part of that was having such a couple of gamers that really were, either overstaying their welcome or being really good in the shadows. And I just thought there was a good mix of characters there. So for that, I put this as kind of like a middle season where I also put 16. So I kind of agree with that. I think 16 is a good comparison. And I would put it slightly above 16 in that regard, even though we didn't have the winner that we wanted. But I think that pre-jury phase and the cast that they put together makes up for a lot of that. And I think we're going to watch a lot of moments back and be like, yeah, that this was an entertaining season with some people that you could come back and watch. Maybe not the last, chunk of the game, but the first chunk I thought was a lot of fun.
I think I kind of see it as like a BB5 probably.
Okay, so you're really going back for that.
Well, because a lot of my older seasons, besides like 2 is just good and 3 is pretty good on its own. It doesn't have, but like 5, 8, and 5 and 8 are like kind of the ones where I just like 8 has its good moments, but overall it's like just because of America's player, and then on top of that, like the winner that we get is just like not great.
Yeah.
And that's included with 5 too. And this season has to be like lower, either top of the bottom or like lower middle. Like it's just something I'm never gonna watch again. Ever. Just because maybe like the first 10 episodes or so, at least pre-jury, but after that,
Yeah, I'll go back for a Gukopolis, and I'll go back for Felicia montages. I'll go back
Mhm.
for Heisem just insanity. I'll go back for Izzy insanity. I'll go back for Cerise DRs. A lot of those things happen pre-jury. A lot of things that I just mentioned. So I will go back for a lot of those. And then, yeah, other than that, it's going to be tough. It definitely is going to be tough.
So what about Jag as a winner?
Yeah, that's the obvious next question. Where we view the season and where we view the winner are two very important things. And I put Jag as a bottom tier winner. I don't really think I have any questions about it, which is frustrating because he holds the competition record now. So it's a really conflicting feeling, but I never once have been a fan of Jag's game. I didn't think he never did one thing that I thought was very impressive. Obviously, you win 10 competitions. That's great. Or 11 competitions, whatever it is at the end of now. I don't think that doesn't matter that much to me. I've seen a lot of terrible players win a lot of competitions, and he is now on that list. I don't think he ever made a move that was completely his own. He never took information well. The guy got evicted from the game. He lied to Blue and evicted Blue, his best friend in the game. I don't care how much Blue said she was going to put him up. I don't believe that for a second, because I never heard her say that outside of a DR, I feel like. She might have, though. And on top of that, just outcasting players remaining in the game, just being borderline a bully towards the end, not owning any of those things and claiming that it was all because the eviction wasn't certain yet. I mean, that's not a really good excuse to be a bad person to people at all. And then just straight up lying in all of his speeches to try to win this game, I think just seals the fact that Jag is a bottom tier winner, not good socially at all, and could only win competitions, which to me is a terrible winner. That's not the reason I want to watch Big Brother, is to just watch you win a bunch of competitions that you're supposed to win, again, against two senior citizens, an idiot and Bowie Jane. So, Jag, bottom of the I don't know if he's the bottom. I'll have to think about this a little bit more. But fresh off of this, I think he's in that bottom pool of winners for sure.
He is the bottom for me. Honestly, whenever you look at it, like, drew him, and I saw the comment. I don't think Rachel's as bad of a winner as Jag. She is nowhere near that. So I see you, Thomas.
Yeah, just to give context, Timo was talking about other twist benefiting winners, which would be Jag, Evil Dick, and Rachel. Which is true. Though all three of those winners did benefit from a twist. Evil Dick with America's vote, or America's favorite player. What am I saying? America's player getting that vote to keep him in the house.
Arguably, I think that even without the twist, I think Rachel wins.
Yeah, and you could very much make that argument, but it was a pretty BS twist, so I understand why people feel that way.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Say it's just a regular thing. I think Rachel still wins the veto.
That's tough. That's a really tough thing to say because she was about out the door when that twist was brought up. So,
was she?
Yeah, she was.
I still think she has the veto, and
that's okay. You can think that. You can fully think that there was still a possibility, but yeah, I think like I don't like Boogie as a winner. Okay. I think that she was just the lesser of evils. I don't like Dick as a winner, and I think Jag is significantly lower than them because I still feel like Dick at least still tried to make moves and knew whenever he made bad moves and he owned it to some extent. Jag did not do that. And plus Dick was like an actual villain and he knew it. He wasn't trying to play the hero.
Right. Like he
wants us
wasn't
to play rock.
sugarcoating stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Bottom tier overall for me.
Okay. Nick and Kaci, bottom tier, or would you like to make an argument for Jag?
No argument here. Bottom tier.
No argument. I think bottom tier, and something I also want to say is that I think last season Taylor winning like goes to show that like you don't have to be this person who like wins every single competition out there in order to win Big Brother. And I feel like I like winners like that because like it goes to like I like that aspect of the game and everything. And when you have people like Jag win, it like goes back to that, and I don't like that. And now I feel like when like the next season comes and like the recruits or whoever watches last season to, you know, see how the show works, and they see, oh, this guy won every single competition ever and he won the game, so I just have to win everything. And like it's just I don't like that. And I felt like with Taylor winning last season, we were kind of like really shifting away from that, and now it's like, nope, we're right back to it. It's just like it's frustrating. So I'm not happy Jag won at all. So I would leave him in the bottom tier as well.
Shy Boy, great point. He's above Jackson because I refuse to give that racist credit. Fair point.
That is
fair point.
That
he can go
he's
above
not
Jackson.
The bottom for me, but he's in the bottom tier. I don't know who. I guess Mickey would be the bottom, honestly. But there's a lot of them that are down there.
Bottom tier winner all around from us. Either mid tier to bottom tier in seasons, apparently for some of us as well. Interesting. I did have some people respond on Twitter as well. I kind of asked the same question. Let's see. We had Jarrett say around 18 is where he ranks this season. Hard to give it respect after that ending, but there's definitely worse. Possibly.
Yeah.
There's definitely worse. I agree with that.
I would watch.
Kaci, you just said that you put BB9 above it, which also goes along with your ranking already.
I mean, BB. I mean, you said you put. Oh, you said you put BB19 above it. Never mind. I thought you said you put BB9.
No, BB9. I did say BB9.
BB9.
Oh,
yeah.
BB9 is a decent season.
BB9's aged well for a lot of people. It seems
it has aged well. Problematic, but
there's a few of those. There's a few of those problematic ones.
Yeah, casting two people who didn't know they were siblings into one house. Yeah, that's very problematic.
How dare they?
Wait, that wasn't BB9.
No, I was just referring to another season.
Yeah, that could have been. That could have been. Who's related, Julie? Oh, I don't know.
Considering Nokomis almost quit, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, that is. It was different times in the early seasons of Big Brother, wasn't it? Crazy to live through all that. 3 more responses to that question. Nick, our friend Mark said, "In my toilet" was how he described this season. Thomas, you've been commenting all through, but I want to read your comment as well. In the middle of the first half season was so good, but the second half was meh. And then Shina said bottom tier, but like upper bottom tier, which I can see that argument as well. The thing is though, we all have different rankings for all of our seasons and stuff, so it's really hard to get a gauge of when we say like this season kind of is like this season, what that really means to all of us. Because we each have different feelings, especially if you grew up watching the game, you obviously feel more nostalgic about those seasons than the seasons that we're watching now. So it's probably hard to dictate all of that.
I put BB15 above this season for sure, but that's a very hot take.
That's a hot take, but not an unreasonable
Andy as a
one.
winner is like deserved.
And Andy's not a bad winner.
Yeah, it has problematic things, but yeah.
Okay. Well, we've gotten that out of the way. I don't see anyone saying at all that this is an upper tier season. So that's
Julie
upsetting. Did she?
Julie did on Twitter.
Julie did. Dr. Will did.
Well,
Let me
that's
try to
like
find Julie.
I don't know. That reminds me of on The Bachelor when they're like, it's the most dramatic season yet. It's just like, okay, well, it's not. That's just kind of the thing that you got to say at a certain point. And I get that they kind of made that into a joke and a tagline and all that. But I got to see what Julie said about this.
Maybe it wasn't on Twitter because I don't
Yeah,
see it
I don't
right
see
now.
it there. Maybe she took it back.
But I
She's
did
like,
see
no,
a
Reindeer
quote.
Games is going to be the best season.
That's right.
Oh God. I did see a quote somewhere of her saying that it was one of the best seasons because one of my friends sent it to me and said, I want to know what she's smoking. So I definitely remember that quote being a thing at some point today.
Well, regardless, I know we don't have a crazy amount more to talk about when it comes to this season. We've lasted, just like these house guests, nearly 100 days of talking about Big Brother 25. And I am about ready to be done talking about it. I don't know if anybody else is. This game has been utterly exhausting for me. Even just once a week to talk about it, it's just like, I don't know. I don't know how we did it, but I did just want to say before we completely put a bow on the season, thank you all for, if you've been watching this entire season, watching all of us and watching all of Zach's crazy rants about everybody in the game and game recaps and all that mess. All of you who have been through this, thank you so much for being here. That really means a lot. Can't see us ever talking about Big Brother with the same enthusiasm if y'all aren't all here typing in the chat and asking questions and all that fun stuff. So that really does mean a lot, and it makes us all feel pretty special when you do that. And I also want to thank Zach and Nick for joining me this entire season. I don't know why y'all do this, but you do, and it means a lot to me. It's weird because we've been doing this since Big Brother 18 was our first season that we stared covering on this channel, and it was not. And not you. You were.
Oh my God.
You were not there yet. You were full on watching what was going to be your favorite season of all time. Gross. But here you are now.
It's actually not my favorite season of all time.
Really? I find that hard to believe.
I always said it's my most rewatchable season.
Oh yeah, your favorite season is the first one.
Oh yeah.
You said this is what I go back to daily is vintage Julie Chen before Julie Chen Moonves.
Inside this house.
But yeah, Zach, Nick, thank you so much for being here for 100 days. I know it's been a slog, and you both got lives that you have to live. And so, I mean, Zach, you're literally in an office every time just until midnight talking about Big Brother, and then you go there the next day. So that's crazy to me. So yeah, it's been a weird time since BB18, and I see Thomas bringing up BB19 in the chat as well. But it's been so fun. I hope to continue this and to have all of you kind of like weirdly watch this channel grow, or just to be here in the chat week by week. I know I've said it a million times, but it really does mean a lot. So Kaci, thank you also for being here the last couple of weeks. Again, your input has, put us in line, and we have needed it. And I think you are a great addition to any sort of Big Brother conversation or reality TV. I mean, you are the reality Kaci. So I just want to thank you for being here the past couple of weeks because you have been wonderful, and I know everybody that is watching agrees. So thank you.
You're more realer than Matt and Jack ever will be.
That's right.
Period. It's because I'm America's stan.
Oh.
Throwing that in.
America voted for Cameron.
Okay.
Take that out of your mouth.
Is there anything that
we'll be back for reindeer games?
See, maybe y'all will be back. I don't know. Zach, if you're trying to be back, you may have a solo show going. I don't know.
I will not be tuning into no reindeer game.
Oh, okay. Zach, Nick, Kaci, anything else you want to say about Big Brother 25 before we wrap this all up? I guess
No.
not.
I love America. I love America. I said what I said. Not the
America,
country.
America Lopez.
Period.
Hey, Corey Wurtenberg,
That's my
America
tweet.
Wurtenberger.
Oh, it could be sooner rather than later.
Ooh.
Who knows?
I hope so. I love them.
I will probably take a long break from even trying to keep up with any of these house guests. So I can't wait to see next season if they're married by now. Okay, everyone, it's about that time. Thank you for all the sentiment in chat. Big Sissy Banana, if I can call you Big Sissy. Roxy is dealing with a whole slew of life stuff. So this season has not been for her. And so she's going through a lot. So please keep Roxy in your thoughts as always. And she misses doing this. And she says it very much so. She was even just in our group chat talking about the finale. She didn't watch it, but we were talking about it with her a little bit. So, because she saw all of our enthusiasm for it, if that is the right word. But thank you all for being here once again. If you are not subscribed to the channel for any future content, please subscribe to the channel. Like this video. That always helps us out a ton. If you want to follow any of us on Twitter, I am at Spicy Barrett. Nick is at the Nick City. Zach is at the Zach Perez. Kaci is at the Reality Kaci. All of those links with the subtraction of Kaci's are in the description below because I forgot to add Kaci's because I'm stupid. So I'll add that as well after the show. But you also have the @ right there on your screen if you want to go follow Kaci as well. If you want to listen to us audio only, we're on podcast platforms. Check us out. If you are only listening to us audio only, we also go live for this stuff. You missed the entire season. What are you doing? But we're also there as well. If you want to catch us in the future, live on YouTube after eviction episodes, or anything else that we may have, maybe something. I don't know. But we're also on all those places. So again, Big Brother 25. I feel like I have aged so much watching not only this season, but the past 7 seasons of Big Brother, talking about it with you all, countless hours of my life, talking and making Julie Chen jokes and saying the words that are all in the Big Brother lingo, probably thousands of times, way more times than anyone should, but I would rather do nothing else, right? This is the awkward ending. If Amanda were here, she would love it. Zach, before we say the official last thoughts.
Who will be on the next episode of our reality? And what will we be talking about? A possible special guest star from a famous Big Brother YouTuber. Find out next time.
What?
On our reality.
Okay, Nick, any last thoughts?
No, I'm confused. But no, thanks for watching, everybody, this season. It's been fun covering this 1,000-day long season.
Kaci, any final thoughts?
Congratulations to Jag. You are the banes of my existence, and you deserve it.
That was awesome.
We're the victorious.
You did all that too while Zach spinned in his chair. So, Zach, say the thing you always say to take us out one final time.
Perception is reality. Our reality.
Gookopolis. Bye, everybody.